In a microscope land, the structures designed, they flourish and grow. In the dance of life, together they flow. There's two main types, the prokaryote and the eukaryote. You'll find they're a bit different. Just give it a minute. Prokaryotes are quite small and don't have much to give, while eukaryotes are bigger and contain more to live. Well, they both have ribosome, cytoplasm, plasma membrane. Eukaryote quickly takes the lead. With many organelles, you know they gotta feed. DNA storage is quite interesting. Prokaryotes have a nucleoid region. Eukaryotes have a nucleus to beat them. Storage is one thing, but I have a different story. Reproduction is in to show all its glory. Prokaryotes have a simple plan, divide and conquer throughout the land. Eukaryotes are a little more complex. Mitosis and meiosis, a new way to duplicate. Prokaryotes, quite scarce. Bacteria and archaea. Eukaryotes, however, are everywhere. From you and me, to that weird tree, to the fish and the weeds and the man with many needs. Let's look a little deeper, get more specific. What the heck is going on? I don't know, but clip it. Let's dive into some prokaryotes. We got the ribosome, cell wall, plasma membrane. Each one serving a role in its own way. The nuclear region, acting like a command center. Let's go to the flagellum, moving with a sharp jitter. Looks like a tail propels the cell. That's the job, better not tell. Get into the eukaryotes. There's three main types. We got the animal, plant, and fungal cells, each of them with their own unique tails. While the plants are rectangular, they're the most angular. They have a cell wall and chloroplast, each with a different task. Cell walls providing stability for growth, of which we now knoweth. Chloroplast providing energy from the very light that we can see. They have a central vacuole, a large fluid sac. Storage for the plants, it maintains sugar, keeping cells intact. Fungal cells are quite unique. They only have one special part, the Schitten cell walls. You call it nature's art. Stores within a vacuole, shape is a little different, dependent on conditions. Could be a tube or oval, no contentions. Lysosomes found in the animal cell. You just know that they are swell. From digesting food to recycling parts, they keep us nourished and functioning quite well. Animals also have a cytoskeleton, giving it structure and strength and grace, supporting their form. It's like a foundation, allowing other things to roam and embrace. I have a nucleus, mitochondria, endoprostic reticulum, smooth and rough. You know you gotta let them work. It's an end product of Golgi apparatus. The stuff's got me moving faster than the stratus. Sphere like the ribosome, processing stuff for the lysosome. Cells containing cytoplasm, holds organelles in place, you gotta have them. Nucleus, peroxisome, lysosomes, and plasma membrane. If you thought we were done, you're on the wrong train. Can't forget the cytoskeleton, you gotta let them in. These eukaryotes all have their own plans to make or process energy. They each found a path to thrive and stay. Plants are quite simple, ripe from the sun. In a process called photosynthesis, there's no need to run. Fungal and animal cells are quite similar. Cellular respiration and the quest for energy they're about to deliver. Let's finish up the project here. And the nucleus. You know I got a fear. Well, this is where the ribosomes are made. Looks like a sphere and has three regions, each with their own property, you better believe it. The first stores DNA, getting transcribed into RNA, you better oblige. Second area is quite complex, takes in the RNA, what comes next? Turning it into pre-RNA, processing it to guide the way. The final area is much more simple. All it has to do is assemble it into ribosomes. They then go off and find the new homes. On the rough ER, that's where they gotta be, making proteins to help it grow, doing that for you and me. The rough ER is quite an interesting place, making phospholipids something you see every day. As it grows, it begins to break apart. Not to worry, it's part of nature's art. Transported to other parts of the cell, it does its job extremely well. Later down the line, what do we encounter? It's the Golgi apparatus and all of its... Wait, what does it do? The Golgi apparatus can be thought of as a shipping center. It takes in proteins, finishes them, and polishes them up, and they then store or send them out to where they are needed. Oh, thanks. Anyway, the Golgi apparatus looks like it's flat, individual parts for processing. This proteins storing in between. Production and usage, the amount of flat sacks, correlates to the protein, the edges make it easy to make new vesicles. Let's head back to the prokaryotes, learn from what they have to do. Flagella are like the tail, movement are like a flail. Movement for the cell? You just know that sounds well. The long narrow tail serves a lone purpose, often found on a male's sperm. It's not like it's a circus. Heading back to the plant cell. You know, I have one more thing. The central vacuum is going to give you a ring, so it takes up much space, not leaving much for the rest. It's got to absorb and expand. The plant's got a plan. It can also store proteins. Be careful what you eat. Though poison weren't meant for us, they can be a treat. Well, I think that's about all. I know I didn't miss anything for my grades in the fall. You, Mayor, Daniel Moog, Serena Flory, Kira Ine, Uno, Dennis Falase, and more for the paper of Cell Biology of Organelles, the Molecular Life of Diatoms from Springer International Publishing. Also thanks to Dolly Bijois with his paper Cells, Structure, and Functions Introduction.